Hey guys, it is probably still Wednesday depending on when I put this video up, but I'm going away to Vermont for hockey tomorrow, so I'm posting this when I can. And if you notice anything different about me, I got a new sweater. But this week's topic is hate within the LGBTQ community. And what I understand is that there's a lot of hatred toward bisexuals, which I don't really get. There's a lot of hatred well, I wouldn't say a lot, like, I don't know, I've never really come in contact with this, like, where I'm from, everything, like, is pretty cool. I mean, I've had, the biggest thing that I've had, like, that I've encountered in my time on this planet is, a lot of uneasiness toward transgender people. Like, very recently, well, I don't know, like, a bunch of people were talking, and they showed this picture of this guy who used to be kind of like a scene guy, but now he's essentially female. I mean, he doesn't identify as female, but he wears girls' clothes, wears makeup, and he has hair extensions. Anyway, so, like, there's a lot of discomfort there, and I think it's just because people don't really understand it. And this is even from people, like, there were straight people in this argument, but there were also a couple of gay people who were in on this, right? Like, there was a gay guy and he was talking about it, and there was me and I was talking about it. I mean, in those situations, I just kind of fall silent. I know I should speak out, but it's hard to make someone understand something so complicated in so little time. So I dedicate my fighting to more worthwhile places. I don't want to say that it's not always good to fight for your rights and stuff, because I don't believe that. But I'm not going to convince someone that something is normal when they believe that it's not in a 5-minute argument. So I just kind of, try and ease into it. Like, if they directly address me, I will state my opinion, of course, but I try to stay out of that. But anyway, so I guess people just don't really get the whole trans thing. I mean, I understand it perfectly. I'm personally not transgender. I shouldn't feel the need to state that. That's just kind of, you know, me being like, oh, I'm not trans, don't worry, but, like, that's not what I mean. I'm just stating, like, I'm personally not trans, but I do understand it. So it is possible for people who aren't in your shoes to understand you. You know what I mean? Like, the way I see it. Imagine, like, okay, say you a femme girl, you a really femme girl. You wake up tomorrow and you have a male body. You wake up in the morning and you're just completely male. Like, you're gonna feel awkward and uncomfortable, and the way I see it is trans people feel that way their entire life. And so I understand where they're coming from, I understand their want to change and all that, so I get it. So, I don't know, I don't really get this hate within the community, because we fight so hard for equal rights, and yet we're like, damn, that girl be bisexual, God knows where she's headed. And it's like, it's not like that, right? It's just, like, I don't identify as bisexual, but there are guys that I'm attracted to. I promise you, there are guys that I'm attracted to. And, like, not just, like, every once in a blue moon, like, I will see a guy and I'll be like, he's a cute guy. It's not like, I would date him, but it's like, he's a good-looking guy. Like, that's nice. That's nice to look at, right? Like, don't get me wrong. I love women. That was creepy. But anyway, so I don't really get it. And I've said I don't really get it probably 100 times. But I don't understand it. And I'm beside myself when this happens. Like, when a gay girl's like, oh, that faggoty guy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, girl, you be practicing what you preach, okay? But with me personally, I don't hate on things, but, like, it would make me uncomfortable to see two guys kissing. And I don't think it's wrong, and I don't think it's gross or anything like that. I mean, I can barely handle a guy kissing a girl, let alone, like, two guys at once. Like, I like girl and girl and girl, just, like, two girls. Like, that's how I roll, you know? So when I see that, I'm like, I'm not like, ugh, but I'm like, it's just not something that I enjoy seeing. And I think that that's normal. But I would never, I don't know, I've never really seen this hatred, except for maybe towards NTFs, not so much to FTMs. Like, when a girl transitions into a guy, it's a lot more accepted than when a guy transitions into a girl, because, I mean, just think of it, in your everyday lives, you see tomboys who are completely accepted, but if you saw a guy walking around in a dress, you're like, that's not normal. So, I guess it just, it's hard for me to talk about it, because I don't really get it. Like, in my mind, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to hate on anyone. Like, I don't hate on anyone based on any personal trait about them, like, other than they're like a bitch or something. Like, but you know what I mean? I don't look at someone and automatically hate them. Ever. And, like, even, like, not based on any little thing about them. Like, if someone was like, yeah, I'm trans, I would never hate someone based on that. And if someone was like, I'm a Christian, even though I don't agree with Christianity personally, I would never say, oh, I don't like them because they're Christian. I can get along with people even if I don't agree with a certain part about them. And I think that everyone should be like that. I know that's, like, a long shot to say, and, like, that's kind of shooting for the stars in this day and age, girl. There's a lot of things that are wrong with the world right now, but I think that there's a lot of things that are right, and we're working toward fixing the things that are wrong. Anyway, so that's my take on it for this week. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.